conditioning.
1, 2. Ready, everyone? Ready to get pumped and lose your hamstring ability for like a few days? I am. Right, there we go.
Okay, welcome to the Bodyweight Gym, guys. Happy Sunday. We're going to get started now. So for our warm-up, just grab yourselves a broomstick. We're going to use this a little bit. We're going to start by doing a bit of a pec release, okay? So we're just going to take the end of this stick. We're going to place it into kind of the fleshy part of your pec here, kind of underneath the armpit and into the top. We're going to dig that in here. We're then just going to let all that tissue kind of fold over that stick and then lift and drop that arm. Now this is quite uncomfortable, especially if you've got tight pecs, so it makes you feel rather sick as you do it, but it's very effective.
It's torture exercise to begin with. I love it.
Yeah.
Like last week, the leg thing.
It's all good. It's all good.
Oh yeah, I don't think it's not like you're actually telling people to.
No, it's torture in a way. And once you've done a few rotations there, probably about a minute, we're going to change sides and just dig into this side. Oh.
Stake the other side.
This is going to help undo a bit of that computer desk posture for those working at home on a shit table right now. So very important to do.
Yeah. I mean, I don't have a shit table, but I have a good setup.
Yeah. But if you if you're working from a desk that doesn't really facilitate working from a desk, then that's not ideal. All right. We're now going to get into a super couch stretch. So using the box, we're going to take our back foot up onto the box, sinking the knee down, all the way down to the floor. And we're going to get a nice stretch on that hip flexor, keeping the chest up. Now you're going to squeeze this butt cheek and push the hip forward a little bit just to really open it up. So you've probably noticed I always like a little bit of mobility before we get started, just so your body doesn't snap into two. So not ideal. Hope everyone who is training from home is still stretching lots. Maybe running a warm bath. That'll keep you nice and mobile.
True. You definitely need it during these cold mornings.
Yeah, for sure. One of my favourite things to do is sauna, so that helps. We're now going to change sides. So Gary did one of the rounds of last week's workout and he was pretty sore for a couple of days and he said his hamstrings were blown out. So thanks for everyone who encouraged him getting involved in this one.
Yeah. Yeah, you should have heard me talk about you with Maisie the other day. Was it yesterday? Or yeah, the other time she was in. I was just like, yeah, Kelvin hurt me.
Yeah, not intentionally. I got him a coffee, so we're all good now. This stretch is so effective. If you find yourself getting shin splints when you run or skip or anything like that, super couch all day, not all day, but 4 minutes a day is going to have huge relief on it because you're lengthening out all of the quad musculature into the patella tendon, down the anterior tibialis here. So Very good way to release that tension. All right, so we're now going to release that super couch now that we've done a minute per side. What we're going to do now is just start with 10 push-ups, so keeping the elbows tucked in. We're going to lower down until that chest tags the floor and push back up to that full extension up top.
Keeping your elbows tucked in.
Yeah.
It's just one thing I always forget.
So the reason we want the elbows tucked in like this is because it puts our shoulders in a really strong position where we get full contraction on the pecs. If the elbows flare up and out like that, then my pec actually switches off. So if you can see on the shirt's loose here. When I'm like that, it creates a tight shirt. So that's kind of doing the same thing on your muscles, right? If we can get the right muscle contracting, then we're going to activate that well. So our triceps and pecs work. When we have this posture, we're kind of pushing through the front delt and creating that awkward like Neanderthal bodybuilder posture. Disgusting. All right, next. We're going to grab a broomstick with a bit of a snatch grip. So with straight arms, we want that stick sitting in the hip crease. We're just going to shrug the shoulders up, bring that stick around to the back and then back in front. This is just going to help loosen up those shoulders and stretch everything out nicely. Now, after you've done a couple, feel free to start inching in your hands. The closer those hands get, the better that stretch starts to become. Welcome, Bjorn. So we're just going for 20 of these guys and just inching in those hands a little bit every time. All right, once you're done with that, we're then going to go into 20 air squats. So just keeping the heels down, driving the knees out and chest up. We want to sit down, staying as upright as possible, and then we'll couple back to that upright position at the top, okay? So make sure as you're doing this, guys, we try and push the hips through in the bottom so we can stay in this upright posture. We don't want to push the hips back as we recover or stand up and end up squatting in an awkward position. So 20 of these. Whoop, there goes the mic. I swear this thing needs like... yeah, we need to somehow secure it to my pants better. Happens every class. Oh man. All right, we'll continue with the warm-up. I'll sort that later. So we're going to get into 20 glute bridges next. So just driving the hips up in the air, squeezing the butt, then lower back down to that bottom position. So when you get to that top, I want you to squeeze as hard as you can and try and keep extending that hip, okay? Because this gets your glutes really active and it's going to prepare us for the work we're doing today. All right, from there, we're just going to get into some toe touches, okay? So we're going to use something to elevate our toes, like a broomstick. All right, we're just going to take the top of the foot up to the stick. We're going to push the hips back, tagging the floor, and then back up to extension. So we get a nice stretch on those hamstrings. I think Gary could use this one. All right, so we're going to get started with some strength work today, but using increased range of motion for everything we're doing. So we're going to do an elevated front foot split squat, or front foot elevated split squat. Now, we've done these a few weeks ago, and obviously that increased range of motion can be quite difficult. So we'll start without weight. We'll let you guys practice. We'll go through how to do it, and then we'll go and look at everything else we're doing. So you're going to start with one foot elevated up onto this step. You want a nice long lunge position with that back leg nice and wide. So it's like we're on train tracks and we're going to feel stable here, even though I just nearly fell over. All right, from here, you're going to lower down, keeping that chest upright. Lower down until that back knee tags the floor, and then push back up to full extension on the back leg. Now, as we do this, that front leg obviously can't fully extend because it stays elevated. So it's going to stay under load, especially on that VMO muscle right here, okay? So we're going to be doing that for 10 reps on each side. Now, if you're finding that this isn't heavy enough, you can add a backpack to it. So wearing one of these bad boys, $8 at Kmart. I like the backpack kit of gyms, man. So lowering down, keeping that chest up again, and then drive back up. So adding that extra weight obviously is going to make this more challenging. If you also want to do this with a dumbbell or something, if you have equipment at home, you can just hug this up on the chest and do exactly the same thing, okay? Just like that. So I'll give you guys a moment to find yourselves a step and a weight to use if you need a weight. Now, if you need to scale this, so with the step, it makes it difficult. So we can actually reduce that difficulty by having both feet flat, lowering down to the floor, and then recover, okay? So that makes that range of motion slightly less, meaning it is also slightly easier. You can also go a slightly reduced height on that step. You could use like a phone book or, one weight plate, and that's gonna be better as well. All right, take a moment, find those, and we'll get started in a second. We're then going to be moving on to dips when we're finished those sets. So you're just going to start at the top of these dips. You're going to then keep your feet together, body tight. You're going to lean forwards, bringing that chest over. When we reach the bottom position here, we press back up to that full lockout. Now, there are a few ways we can scale these dips. So for those of you who have these parallettes at home, because you can get these at Kmart and eBay, what you can do is just bring your heels down to the floor. You can bring those elbows straight back and press back up to lockout like this, okay? So we can also do our dips on bars. We can do them with bent knees, allowing us to push a little more through the quads. We can also do it with bent knees and feet elevated, allowing a body weight dip if you have them. Now, if you don't have parallel bars, you can of course use a box or a patio chair, something like that. And this will also facilitate the ability to do dips. Okay? So we need something to do dips with, something to elevate our foot with, and potentially a weight that we can add to these elevated split squats, okay? So I'm going to use the backpack because this is kind of my theme for every video at the moment. We all have to have our one thing, I think. All right, so I'm going to start. We've got 20 reps, so 10 on each leg. We're going to lower down, back knee to floor, drive back up to that lockout. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I'm now going to change sides and go 10 on the opposing leg. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. All right, so once you've done a set, you're gonna have about 2 minutes rest, okay? Now, something I forgot to mention, obviously, happy Mother's Day to everybody. Make sure your kids make you breakfast. Probably pancakes, I think. What are you gonna make your mum, Gaz?
We actually had dinner last night because she's working like all day today.
Oh, lovely. What'd you have?
Thai.
Very good. Thai food is great. That's cool. I don't know it. I'm going to let my mum cook me. No, joking.
What do we have in this? Or maybe she loves to just cook and that's spending time.
Yeah, she likes to spend time. It's a shame. All right, so with that first set we just did, guys, you should really feel like that back leg, the hip flexor is getting a good stretch. In the front one, it feels like it's compressing a lot because we're not fully extending that hip. Also the VMO, so the inside muscle on the knee there, that's getting worked really hard, okay? So when we go for that next set, you're gonna feel even more fatigued this time. For those of you in Australia right now, how good is this weather for working out at home?
Like the crisp, cold mornings.
Yeah, it's lovely. You don't even like have a sweaty back when you wake up. All right, so we'll get on to our next set now, guys. So back onto 20 reps, 10 each leg. And change. That was a big crack. Whoa. All right, 20 down. So another 2 minutes or so, and then we'll get on to that next set. Now, I hope you guys have been able to get pretty inventive using equipment from home while training. You can actually do a lot with not a lot. You know, like using a bucket of water, you can do deadlifts, Russian swings, you know, you can do bicep curls with it, whatever. It's pretty cool what you can get up to. So let me know what your inventive home gym equipment has been.
Or just the enormity of how much you can do just with your body weight and stuff.
Yeah. It's pretty cool. Like, you know, you can watch YouTube tutorials on how to set up a rig like this out of PVC pipes and stuff like that. It's so awesome. It's very cool. You can learn anything off YouTube.
You can learn so much.
YouTubing something is a verb now.
Yeah. That's what I tell everyone in my life, or especially my housemate. Just freaking research at YouTube it.
Yeah.
I don't know everything. If I don't know, I YouTube it.
100%. You can learn anything from there. Yeah.
Almost feel like sometimes it's better than a lot of other sources.
Yeah, a lot of other content will be like dwarfed by YouTube, and YouTube's free. It's amazing. It's amazing.
Until they decide to dominate, and then...
Well, YouTube's doing a push on the educational side of things now. They're monetizing that more, like paying more than you know, entertainment for gaming and stuff like that, which is really cool. So content creators will be like incentivized to do that. That's
pretty cool.
Yeah. So hopefully, you know, give us a follow on YouTube at the Bodyweight Gym.
That's true, we are, yeah.
That's what we're here for. All right, so guys, we're going to go through our third set of these front foot elevated split squats. Now, you've probably seen the rear foot elevated ones, so Bulgarian split squats. They're really effective also, but why I like these is because we get a really deep range of motion on that front leg, and it kind of is going to over-prepare you for weighted lunges and that sort of thing. So especially for those of you who want to build up some leg endurance, this is a great way to do so. This will help for those trainers out there, all your athletes who get pain when they run because the VMO is weak. This can really help that. Five. All right, so guys, we are now done with all of our split squats. For those who can't see what Gary's doing, He's just gone from drinking coffee to drinking V. What a man.
The chaser. That's my chaser. So
I love that. That's so good. All right, so we're going to do some dips now. As I said, we've got our options of doing box dips, parallel dips, or bar dips. Now, whenever we've talked about doing slow eccentric dips or trying to overload it previously, we've talked about just doing slower reps, so like 5 seconds down, or adding weight to it and doing a slow eccentric. I'm going to show you another way we can overload this and make it harder using a resistance band. So what we want to do is create more tension and more resistance on the way up out of that dip. So we're going to use an elastic band. I'm going to wrap it around a dumbbell. Now hopefully this is cool. All right, there's enough stretch there without the dumbbell lifting. What you're going to do is lift this up over the shoulders, and then as we do our dips, that's going to pull you down really hard, okay? So we go elbow straight back, and we can push back up to that lockout. Now, as we do that, on the way up, it's like you're getting heavier over time. You're going heavier, 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 because that band's getting more stretch, so it gets harder to stretch. Why this is great is because we're so used to doing things fast when we do straight body weight. So this is actually intentionally decelerating you, meaning you're going to start training to be faster when you go back to body weight, okay? So this is really effective, and I'm going to try and do this as long as I can today, and then I'll go back to body weight when I start failing. So we're looking for 3 sets of 12 to 15 reps. Now, if you don't have a band or something you can set up, you can do your reps even slower. So go like 3 seconds down, 1, 2, 3, and then push really fast back up to the top. And that's going to build up some of that pressing strength as well. If we can have that slow eccentric into a fast concentric, then that's going to help. Now, let's get into these dips. I'm glad Matt doesn't have heavier bands here. That would have been embarrassing.
There might be one somewhere.
Nope. All right, let's do it. So we've got 12 to 15 reps, tucking those elbows in, body tight. Oh man, that's so fatiguing.
I feel like
so
this is very difficult for most people.
yeah. Oh, I'm no gymnast. So obviously you could see the change in speed, especially when I got to rep 12. It was like I was at that failure point. So I'm not likely to be able to get more sets out, either maintaining or doing more reps. I'm going to be decreasing reps. So as you can see, rep 1 to 7 or so, we're pretty consistent in speed, and then it started to just deteriorate. Now, when you're obviously trying for explosive movements, the more reps you add, the less acceleration you'll have, because you're getting into a kind of deeper level of fatigue. So when we're doing high reps with a band like this, what we're trying to do is maintain explosive power during fatigue. Obviously, not going to happen, but if you have the intention of speed, when you then try and apply that to, say, body weight where you're not having the bands there, you're going to be able to maintain it for longer because we train with that intention. It's very effective. So I want you to take longer rest periods when you're doing it with this, because that's going to allow you to then apply more speed. Whenever you're working on power or speed, long rest periods, so like 3 minutes is good.
Just wear weights everywhere.
Yeah.
Then you get so used to that, and then you feel super
100%.
light.
If anyone watched Dragon Ball Z growing up, there's this video where Goku's training and he's like moving really slow, and this other guy's like, his name's Pycon, and I think they're in the overworld or whatever. And he's like, oh, I'll beat him because of this. And Goku takes off like 10,000 kilo weights off his wrists, ankles, and his shirt, and then he moves really fast. So it's like, although you shouldn't train weighted all the time, it is true, when you remove those weights, you feel faster and lighter. So that's essentially what we're doing here.
It's
pretty cool.
Try and jump with those suits, those body weight.
Yeah, doing weighted jumps, like if you do box jumps with a weight vest on, and then when you remove those weights, you're going to be able to jump higher, because we have prepared our body to exert a certain amount of force at a certain weight. It's very effective. It's cool. Man, I'm still tired from that set of dips. That's crazy.
Yeah, I mean, like I said, a lot of people would struggle to just do general dips that many.
Yeah, it's
Add
tough.
that to it.
So once you've had about your 3 minutes rest, guys, we'll get back into it. I'm obviously going to take 30 minutes, but you get less.
Yeah, see.
Nah, jokes. So when we do this, now your second set, you're going to notice even less speed. So if you get to say, like, you know, I just did 12 reps. If you get to say 9 and your speed is dead and you're grinding those reps out, we've lost that ability to move fast, but still have the intention of it, okay? If you move as fast as you possibly can under that circumstance, it's still going to be better than just kind of, you know, dragging your feet through that rep. Save dragging your feet for your deload weeks. Ten. Oh,
Damn.
that's tough. For those of you who perhaps want to work on your performance in CrossFit, right? You're often measured in how fast you can do a particular amount of work in the time it takes you to do it. So your measured domain is time. So if you have X amount of work to do and you need to do it faster, training to do it with increasing resistance, when you remove that, will make it faster. So always have that intention of speed when you're trying to work on your ability to move like that, okay? So doing slow dips with heavy weight is a fantastic way to overload and get stronger, because then your body weight will be a smaller percentage of your 1 rep max or your work capacity. But then also work on speed with bands as well. You'll see a lot of really good powerlifters train with bands to work on their acceleration. God, I need a breather.
How many sets?
One
5?
more. It's going to be tough, Gary. But yeah, I encourage everyone to try. You can, while we're resting, I'll show you a way you can do this with push-ups as well. So if you don't quite have anywhere to do dips, but you do have access to a band, all right, just like this, put your hands through it and then bring it over your back, underneath your shoulder blades, and then when you do that push-up, it's going to also train in the exact same way. So from here, it'll be really fast pulling you down, and then it's way harder on the way up, okay? Very similar. Oh, you probably couldn't see that in that frame.
Oh, I could see it.
But on there.
Yep.
So yeah, it'll be like this, under your shoulder blades. As you push, there's more resistance. As you come down, it's going to pull you really fast. So your eccentric's going to be heavier, and your concentric's going to be slower.
How are you feeling?
Man, it's tough. I got push-ups in this workout as well, so I'm not excited.
Wait, oh yeah, there they are.
It's just a high rep workout. Don't worry, guys. It's all body weight except for one movement with the dumbbell. But the idea of full body weight workouts is you work on your total amount of reps. You know, for example, if I said to you, I want you to perform 20 push-ups at body weight, you're more likely to be able to do that or push for more than you are if it was a smaller amount of reps with a 25 kilo plate on your back. So when we do our conditioning work at full body weight, you can really push that work capacity. We'll save the strength for the start of the lesson when you're still fresh. All right, let's get into that next set. So we're going to take that band over the shoulders again. Now, obviously, set 3, you're going to notice my speed is even less again. So probably going to hear me struggle a lot more on this set. All right, let's do it. Oh. Oh. That was way harder, set 3. It was slow from about rep 5, I reckon. So 3 sets of 12 with the band pulling you down. That is so much harder than just a body weight set. You burn out way quicker. Oh. All right, so guys, tell me what you used for your dips. Did you add bands to it? Did you add weight? How'd you do it? What platform did you do it on? What we're going to do now is set up for our workout. So what we're going to be doing is we need to get a box, we need to get a dumbbell, and you can get a backpack if you don't have access to certain things, okay? So I'll go through all the movements soon, and then we'll get into our conditioning. So have a little 2-minute rest, guys, and we'll come back to it, okay? Raju, oh, wicked. I know him. I do love that feeling, despite what everyone thinks. All right.
That's true.
Guys, so we're going to go through our workout. So we've got 15 minutes, and this is what work we have to complete within that time frame. So you're going to start with 50 box step on and over. So you're going to drive through that front heel, come up, bringing the feet together, turn around and step off the other side, and just alternate legs like so, okay? So with this one, obviously you're limited to what equipment you may have at home. But if you have a patio chair, you can just step on and back off on the same side, okay? Something like that would work fine. If you are lucky enough to have a box to use, you know, perhaps your CrossFit gym or gym that you work at has allowed you to borrow some gear, use that. Now, we're going to get into a dumbbell snatch next. So I'm going to obviously demonstrate this with a dumbbell because that's what I have. However, if you do not have access to a dumbbell, there's a few things we can do as an alternative, okay? So we're going to stand above that dumbbell, and I want you guys to envision that you're actually starting a lawnmower. So you're going to have a tight back, shoulders are flat. We don't want to be rotated in, okay? So from here, we drive through the legs, extend, and punch. On the way down, we can swap hands and go into that next rep. So when we do this, guys, I don't want to see that you're just turning that dumbbell over and pressing it. It's actually like a pull, getting the elbow as high as possible, and then you turn it over. So again. All right, so that elbow comes high, and then I punch. All right, that is a dumbbell snatch. Now, if you don't have a dumbbell, you can actually do this with a backpack. Look at this thing, so versatile. So we're gonna do this in the exact same way you would do a dumbbell snatch. However, it's gonna have to turn over the back of our wrist. So as we extend and pull the elbow high, we're going to punch as that backpack rotates over the arm, and then we can come back down. So it'll look like this. So it moves a little more similarly to say how a kettlebell snatch would. However, because of the awkward size of the object, that rotation is going to put more swing onto that arm. So just make sure you're very particular in that high elbow, punch and turn over. All right? Now, after you have done your dumbbell snatches, we're getting into 50 alternating lunges. Lucky you, you just did split squats and step ups. So long step, back knee to floor, recover the feet, back to that top position. So we're doing these at body weight still. We're not adding any external load because we just want to try and blitz through as many body weight reps as possible and increase that work capacity. So even though you might be burning and you want to stop on these 50 lunges, keep pushing through. Don't stop, don't stop. Because it's only body weight. All you need to do is slow your pace down and you can continue those reps with lunges. You don't need to stop. Now, we're then going to get into 50 Australian pull-ups. So we're going to lay right back, holding a bar. We're going to squeeze shoulder blades together, pull the chest up to the bar, then back down to extension on the bottom, okay? Now, for those of you who perhaps have rings at home, you can do ring rows as an alternative. For those who do not have anything to do it from, you can use a backpack. Look at this thing. Beautiful. All right, so if you do not have anywhere to do it, grab a backpack, fill it with books, fill it with a puppy, whatever you want to use to add weight. I'm sorry, Maisie. Now, get into a bent over row position. We're going to arch that back, keep the head up and tight. We're going to squeeze the straps of that backpack into the ribs and then back down to that full extension. So notice I'm not just pulling up to my chest and using literally just my forearms to lift. I want my upper back to activate. So I'm pulling into the ribs so that I can get the bottom of the lats on, okay? I'm not here, I'm here, and then back down. Now, you can add as much weight to a backpack as you have. Feel free to go as heavy as you want with this one, because no matter what, it's still going to be slightly easier than doing the body weight rows. Now, another alternative we have is you can tie a knot in a sheet, hang it over a door and close that door, then pull it tight. That creates two handles with that sheet that we can use for rows if you do not have access to the other equipment, okay? So we've got 50 Australian pull-ups / ring rows / bent over rows / any pulling exercise you have available to you at home. We're then going to do 50 air squats, so just driving the knees out, keeping the chest up, and recover back to that top position. So you already did 20 of those in the warm-up. 50 is not much more, so I 100% think you guys will be able to maintain this. We're then lastly just going to do 50 push-ups. So as you can see, this is just a bit of a gangster body weight workout, not too hard. Now with the push-ups, we went through push-ups in the warm-up and we've just done dips. So your chest and triceps are going to be a little fatigued, so this is how we're going to do it. If you can do this at full body weight, keeping the body tight, shoulders situated over the hands, elbows come in, chest back up to lock out. Now, if you need to scale, knees to floor, same exact movement pattern. All we're doing is keeping that hip locked, not closed. Because if I'm trying to do push-ups like this, I really look like I'm just praying, okay? I'm not trying to do that. So lock those hips up, get more weight over the shoulders, squeeze the bum. Let's get some better quality ones. Now, if you're sort of in between those two, this is how we're going to do it. So you're going to lower down from the toes. You're then going to place your knees to the floor and push up from the knees. Back to toes, lower down, back to knees, push up. So that way we have a full body weight concentric and then a knee push up, full body weight eccentric, knee push up concentric. That way you're getting the best of both worlds. You're getting strength on the way down. You're getting that slightly reduced work capacity, work requirement on the way up. And that sort of facilitates another level. Now, if anyone has shoulder injuries or something and can't quite perform a full depth push-up, feel free to use something like a box or a chair to elevate yourself, and that just takes more load off the shoulder, okay? Making it a little bit easier. But same mechanics, elbows stay in. We get full stretch on that chest. See the t-shirt stretched here, not closed off like that. All right. Gary, we need a 15-minute clock. It's only 15 minutes, guys. Can't wait to see me die.
All right, 15 minutes is ready to go.
Let me
countdown.
Let me put this fan on. Yeah, I'll have a countdown.
All right, fans on. Might turn the mic down slightly.
Yeah.
And all right, are we ready in 3, 2, 1, and we're off. Wish I was like a horse race announcer. Oh,
Coming from behind. All right, 10 down.
it is funny how simple something like this.
Yeah. This is going to help prepare you for stairs, guys. All right, 30 down. 30 down. All right, 31. $40 down. $49. 50. Dumbbell snatch. $25. 30. 40. 50. All right, lunges. So we just want to keep that chest nice and upright. Back knee to floor. 10 down. 21. 30. 40.
You know what I should have done right at the beginning of all of this? Is just be the exercise, like be the, what?
Demo.
Yeah, like the demo.
50. Yeah.
Like everyone, every day. Do you reckon I could make it?
We should all pick your an adventure one.
What's that?
Like, whereas, you know, based on your name, initials or something like that, you have to work out what reps you do.
Oh, yeah.
$25.
I'm not sure whose classes would kill me more. Yours would be up there. Maybe Ray.
Yeah, raises would be tough. 40 down. Jesus.
I can only do so much in flexibility.
Sorry?
I can only do so much in flexibility.
Yeah. Oh. Jeez, 50 down. $20. 25. 30. 40. 50. Now my arch nemesis push-ups. Woo. Let's go. $20 down. It's really hard after dips, man. Whoa. Hey. Oh. Oh my God, it's not the first time I've ever done push-ups. 35. Oh, so gassed from those, man. Don't do banded dips. That's what I've always said. See what I spoke about earlier with the speed?
Yeah.
40 down. Shit. So tough. Oh, fuck. 49. All right. So now it's 5:34. Oh, sorry, 10:34 for my time. That was tough. Those are push-ups, like I said, definitely my arch nemesis. And after doing those dips, that was not fun. How did you guys go with that one? Now, try and record your times on workouts like this, so that next time you come back and do something like that, you have a measure of what it is you want to beat. For example, that time I just got of 10:36 or 10:34, sorry. That means next time I come back, I'm at least going to try and get 10:33 and beat my last score. Hopefully more than that. Need to practice push-ups first. But guys, well done. That was a tough workout. A lot of volume on the legs.
Corey giving you some props there.
Sorry?
Corey, that's Corey.
Is it? Hey, Corey, thank you, mate. The push-ups definitely not my forte. Raju, how tough are push-ups, mate? It's good to see you on the channel as well. Obviously, so much leg work together. Like, that's definitely more of my strength, so I can put that together a bit easier. Put some push-ups in the mix, and my goodness, it's like I'm learning to walk again. No matter how strong you get on dips and whatever, push-ups can still catch up with you. So always master the basics. Oh, you were doing it too, Corey. Thank you. Appreciate that. What was your favorite part of that workout? Raju goes to a gym I know, like, the owner quite well, and I used to go there once a week and train. That's a lot of it. Awesome, Corey. Thanks for joining, mate. Appreciate it. Air squats, yeah, boy, they're so good. All right, guys, give yourselves a minute to 2 minutes, and then we're going to get into a bit of a targeted stretch just to deal with what we've done. Now, thanks for all of those who have tuned in. Now, don't forget to jump on the Patreon and support Gary, the Bodyweight Gym, and any of the coaches that you feel like deserve a little shout out. It's much appreciated if you do. Now, let's get into a bit of a stretch, guys. I hope everyone enjoyed that. So what we're going to do, after this time I will stretch. Gary just checked it up. We'll keep talking for a bit.
Well, it's still the actual 15 minutes, so.
Huh? Oh.
But it works out pretty well.
I finished early because it was 4 time with a cap. But yeah. Corey, at the start in the strength part, we did some banded dips. I think you'll really enjoy it because, you know, it's working on overloading in that concentric phase that really affects your speed. I reckon you should do it. You probably love it, mate. Oh, I need another coffee, Gary. What are we doing?
There's a tiny bit left in there.
Nah, it's yours. You can do your you can do your coffee V chaser combo.
Am I right? Yeah, Corey saw the band.
Yeah, I reckon you'll like it. Yeah, it's extremely effective because obviously, like, when you add a band to something, it's reducing your speed in that concentric phase. But if you still have the intention to try and work as fast as possible, when you then take that away, you're going to move really fast. Obviously, higher reps like we did isn't the most effective, but we want the intention of speed, even if that speed does deteriorate. Give it a go, you'll love it. And you're a much better gymnast than me. I'm here to squat, man.
Hopefully you'll be back at it soon.
Oh, I can't wait till the lifting classes are back. We'll all be just down here all day. Raju, how'd you go, mate? What was your time? I like that you can see the whole feed of comments, eh?
Yeah.
It's great.
See my, I should see my setup at home for like stream. I've just got like a whole screen like on its side. So
Just for the
like,
comments.
just the
Gangster.
comments.
That's cool. All right, guys, time is done. Let's have a little bit of a stretch now. So obviously our pecs have been smashed, our legs have been smashed. So the first thing we're going to do, we're going to lay on our chest on the ground with the arms out to the side like this, okay? We're then going to take a bit of a scorpion, prone scorpion position like this. We're going to bring this arm in and push here so we get a nice stretch across that pec. All right, Raju, well done, man. Under cap. I'm very happy with that.
I think I'll be able to do it in about 15 hours. Maybe.
No. Yeah, full body weight workouts like that, they can be quite deceptive. Even though at body weight you don't necessarily need to stop, when you hit that fatigue, you definitely slow down. And I stopped on push-ups quite a lot. It's not my thing.
I feel like I just need to stretch quite a bit more before I do anything.
Yeah.
Otherwise, I just end up hurting myself.
There's this analogy, Gary, and it's like if you take a really old rusty door hinge and you try and just open it fully, it's going to break. But if you gently just ease into it and try and open and close it a little bit every day and you oil it and look after it, then you're going to eventually be able to have full flexibility on that door hinge and it'll open and close the whole way. And your body's much the same, you know. If we try and force it into a position or a movement it's not ready for, you're going to be more injury prone. But if you take that time and, you know, learn the movement and you get more loose over time, you're going to be more prepared. It's pretty cool. All right. Guys, we're now going to lay onto our back. We're going to take one leg up, hitting those hamstrings, and we're going to try and extend that knee and pull the toe down towards us, okay? Now, if your quarantine buddy is sick of your presence, they can come and stretch your hamstrings and torture you a little bit by pushing this leg back further, and that's going to, you know, give them a bit of power back. So whoever you're stuck in quarantine with, get them to help with your hamstring stretching, and not only is that going to help you in the long run, but they're going to feel like they're having their sweet revenge on you. Especially if you've annoyed them by quoting The Office every 1 minute. Change sides. That's what I do best. You've seen The Office, right?
Not much of it.
Oh,
I
Gary.
A lot of other stuff, like a lot of other like sitcoms and all that.
Parks and Recreation?
No.
It's
not
good.
so much like that side. It's just more.
I pretty much watch no TV now, but as a teenager, that was my life.
I mean, I don't watch TV, but plenty of Netflix.
Yeah. All right, bring one
Yeah,
ankle
mate,
across
so-
the knee. Pull that knee into your chest. You should get Netflix stock so that you make your money back off your subscription.
Like get what?
If you had Netflix stock over this period, their price has gone up because they're getting so many more subscriptions.
This hindsight shit.
Yeah.
It's just, of course, gym equipment, Netflix, and all this home stuff. Logitech, maybe.
Yeah, change. Nvidia, that's gone up.
Yeah.
Stream is Maisie. What does that mean?
Is it? Oh shit! Hang on. Maybe on YouTube, it looked like. Stupid restream.
All right, we're now going to take one knee forward and one leg
Yeah,
back.
it looks like YouTube is just being a D. There are somehow it'll eventually work there. Yeah, I think yesterday or the day before it was just being annoying as well.
Oh, it happens. We need to come up with like real quirky descriptions every time. Like, you know, clickbaity descriptions that everyone's going to go like, oh, what's that?
Oh yeah, I should. I'll put you a super coach
Like,
at the moment today.
60 minutes you absolutely must do in the gym.
Yeah. You won't believe what happens
Yeah.
next.
So good.
There's one simple trick a home mum or stay-at-home mum used. Yeah, at least YouTube's pretty good on the
The edits.
the edits through Restream. It's Facebook, you kind of have to go into Facebook and change it.
Yeah.
You can't just do it on Restream. Facebook's stupid.
But YouTube is like literally for that platform. Even though Facebook has their watch feature now, it's not really completely.
YouTube isn't that great as well. Like,
But Facebook hasn't, I guess, done all the teething issues yet.
yeah. So I mean, the
When I'm
difference.
across.
Yeah. The annoying thing about YouTube is very hard with the notifications and actually finding and basically unless you absolutely subscribe, hit the bell icon and all that on the people that you want to watch, you generally don't get notifications.
Yeah.
You generally don't see it as well. You can't really see it.
Yeah, you can subscribe, but then you got to go, alerts.
But
Through
you have
that.
to do that. Otherwise, if you kind of like some videos and they go live, you don't really get notifications. Or if you're on YouTube, it doesn't really show you.
Yeah, all right. So we need to say, smash that like button for the YouTube algorithm, guys. Don't forget to subscribe. Comment below what you like most about the workout.
Don't forget to tick that bell icon so you get notified
Yep.
whenever we go live.
Yep. Hit the alerts button. Don't forget to comment what you want to see in workouts next week.
It's almost like one thing wrong with most of those streaming platforms. So Twitch, their searchability is really shit at the moment. So it's actually hard to find like the algorithm. There's just no real algorithm or searchability. Obviously, YouTube is the best. So that it's essentially like whoever makes that next big step is going to be the one. So if YouTube has that like easy notification and profiling and things like that,
Yeah, it should almost be like...
YouTube's going to be dominating.
Yeah, it should almost be like a Facebook scenario where if your friend comments on a post you've made, you get that bell. You know, you should be told everything that YouTube does. But like, if I'm subscribed to Gary, I should get Gary just uploaded this video, even if I'm not alerted. Like, if I'm not clicking that. But guys, thanks for tuning in today. Really appreciate it. Now, again, don't forget to like, share, subscribe, all of that stuff. Share this on Facebook if you can. Nah, jokes. And click the Patreon if you want to support Gary, the Bodyweight Gym, Matt, or any of the coaches, whether it's me or others. We've all got something to add. Get on Facebook and like the Bodyweight Gym if you want to see this stream every single day. And if you're looking for me, it's the Hallway PT. Good luck, guys. Smash it.
Cool. Thanks, everyone. And yeah, just by liking and all that sort of stuff helps out a lot, especially if you can't do anything with Patreon. So yeah, helps a lot. Anyways, thanks. Have a great Sunday. Have a great Mother's Day. And we'll catch you tomorrow for someone else. I forgot. No, Oscar's tomorrow, isn't he? That's the one. I keep forgetting what day it is. Everyone keeps forgetting what day it is. That's what I need to do. Just tell everyone what day it is right at the beginning. By the way, today is this day. Yeah. So, yeah. All right. Thank you. Have a great Sunday. Happy Mother's Day and catch you later.